Okay, welcome everybody. This is our Momentum Monday call, which we have every Monday. Thank you to our amazing leaders who have set this up and continued on for quite a while now. Those of you that don't know me, my name is Jessica Dubenage, and I'm a qualifying National Marketing Director. And I don't want to take any time away from our beautiful speaker that we have tonight. And I have the honor of introducing Jordyn Pennington. She just recently got a huge milestone in her business where she hit super builder, and she's our first Canadian super builder ever. And what that means for those of you that don't know is she fast-tracked 5 of her team members to virtual franchise in a very, very short time. So without any further ado, we wanted to do a little bit of Q&A with Jordyn tonight, because I'm sure that many of you guys have so many questions for her. And yeah, we'll go from there. Jordyn, you want to introduce yourself and then we'll go away?
Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I'm so honored to be on this call speaking for you, but also to see 44 participants on a Monday of a long weekend. Like, this is huge to me. You don't even know. I actually just made a post because I put on makeup at 8:30 on Monday of the long weekend. And so for you guys even being on here, kudos to you. Thank you so much for taking the time, because yeah, it is, it's a family time, right? So I totally appreciate you hopping on and supporting me. That's so, so great. And I'm really hoping to kind of be a little bit of inspiration and I guess motivation for you guys in regards to your questions, specifically about Super Builder, where I'm at in my journey, and just I want to help you in any way that I possibly can. That's really what my intention is for this call. So
I love that. Michelle has started the questions on the side here. So one of our first questions is, how do you take a family planner to someone with goals? Because I know that I personally struggle with that as well.
Yeah, okay. So when it comes to a family planner, majority of my people have not, in regards to the people like looking at my structure of who got Super Builder, most of them were not family planners at the beginning. It was more people who were taking the business, and I think Michelle kind of asked this question too, but kind of taking the business and doing the product business at the same time. So it was more of that opportunity of having them kind of jump in and really look at like the simplicity of getting to VF based on having 8 quads. So I always use that, and I always say, well, you're going to be taking the quad and your hubby's probably going to be taking the quad or the trio or whatever they're deciding. Why would we waste those points? So I always do it that way. So unfortunately, I don't have a ton of experience in regards to family planners. It's more of the people that I really try to approach and go right into the business right away, because I feel like that's when they're most excited. If they're going to reach out or like want to do anything in regards to paying that $50, you might as well jump on that excitement of them even trying the product at the beginning. So
definitely. I love that. Have you ran into price objections with people when you present them with the quad right away?
Yeah. So yes and no. Sorry, my dog just hopped up there. Yes and no. So I always lead with quad, always, because we know the importance of omegas. And I'm like, I always be honest with people and say, like, I didn't even take an omega supplement before this, because this is how amazing this is, kind of thing, right? So I do, yes, but I always lead with the quad in regards to getting them started. And then if they're a little bit hesitant about pricing, I always bring up that we have other options, but lead with the quad. And I know that people have said that too, but go in with the premium package, say this is what most people take, and this is what I take, and then I break it down for price per day too.
I love that, because I still lead with the trio, because we're such creature of habits in that order, in that sense, right? Like that's how we were taught. So just really shifting that mindset and going for what you believe in.
Well, and totally. And it's so funny how really, when you think about it, it's 8 quads. Like it 8, I don't know. For me, I was so overwhelmed, like 11 trios. Oh my gosh. But like the difference between 11 trios and 8 quads is not that much. But for some reason, for me, I feel way more confident sharing 8 quads. The lower the number, the better is how I feel about it.
Oh, so, totally. Yeah. Totally. Love that. So there was another question here. How do you get a raving fan customer to join your team more often, or mostly people who order the product and join the business at the same time?
Okay, so if I'm understanding the question right, it's more like how am I getting them to join the business? Is that kind of what you're asking?
Yeah, sounds like how do you get a raving fan to join the business?
Yeah, okay. Again, it's not somebody, I don't really have a lot of people. Most of my people were people that had not even taken the product before.
Right.
But for example, the one girl, she was actually my husband's cousin. She had been taking the product for a few years prior to joining the business with me. And the main thing that she had said was like, well, you know what? I'm from a small town in Eastern Alberta. I might as well try to share it with other people considering that I'm already taking it. So for her, it was the biggest transition of just saying, well, you know what? You're already taking it and loving it. Let's see who else wants to take it. And sure enough, it was family. It was some other mom or other girlfriends of hers, and was able, like, we flipped her to VF really quickly. So that was,
That's awesome.
she already had that foundation, right?
Yeah. And they know so many people. Like everybody knows someone you don't know, right?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And I think the biggest thing is too, is a lot of people always say, well, I don't know enough people. No, you just haven't thought about everyone.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Right.
Bite that in the butt a little bit, because that's not.
I love this question from Lauren. Can you give us an idea of how many messages you sent to prospects in your push for Super Builder?
That's crazy. Okay, so it was a lot. I'm not going to lie to you. I was connecting with people all the time. And so to give you a little bit of background about me, I didn't really get a chance to share or give you an opportunity to hear my story. But for anybody that doesn't know, I was on mat leave. I returned to work as a pre-kindergarten teacher in January. And so I actually started the 80 challenge in November and did that with in-person conversations with as well, but just meeting up with other mamas in my community, because that's who I was most aligned with, right? That's, we're going through the same stuff. It's your kid pooping like my kid's pooping, kind of going through things together. But, and then returning from work, just showing people that real life of here, now I'm back in the school. Now I see this as a lot of other opportunities to connect with people. So in regards to a number of people that I was actually messaging, I did complete the 80 challenge, and I did continue with not that much momentum, obviously, with regards to 80 people, but I did continue to reach out to other people all the time. And it's so funny because I'm actively meeting people all the time in my life. And Miles, my husband, all the time makes fun of me. He's like, oh God, you adding her on Facebook again? Whoa. But honestly, it's how you build relationships. You want to stay connected to people. And if the opportunity for Juice Plus product or business comes up, then I'm right there to be able to have that chance. But if I didn't add them on Facebook or connect with them, I wouldn't have had that.
No,
right?
definitely. So, I love that. It's such a great way to connect to people and really find out, like those are things they share on there they might not share with you in a conversation, right?
Totally.
So it's really neat.
Totally.
Morgan had asked if you have one piece of advice for a new team member on their push to fast track to VF, what would it be?
Please know that it is effing scary and it's okay. So just even, I really like to think back to my personal experience to going for VF. I remember I wanted to quit so many times. I was texting Lauren and Elena, our other sister, Carly, our good friend, Michelle, all the time. Okay, not really into this. Okay, I want to quit. Like, it was such a scary thing. And honestly, I'm an SSC in this business. I've been in the business for over 3.5 years. I felt the most pressure in pushing coming from the push to VF. So know that it is okay. We are here to support you. And if you're feeling like you're having an overwhelming day and you want to quit, reach out to your upline, please. We are here to support you. And we felt that same gross feeling, that feeling of having all of these different conversations and really going outside of your comfort zone. At the beginning, it doesn't feel good because it's scary as hell. So connect with your upline, connect with your team, and you'll be able to do it, I promise.
Love it. How do you typically reach out to people in terms of getting them to watch a video or read the PDF?
Yeah, okay, so I actually really prefer to use the video. I haven't used the PDF a ton, except for one friend of mine that wasn't on Facebook. And I really, really use our verbiage that's created for us in Team Synergy. So I don't sway from that. Personally, I find that I'm a pretty bubbly person in my texting that is stemming, I guess, from my personality. So I use a lot of emojis. Hey, hon. Hey, girl. How are you? Being super genuine in what I'm saying to them and giving them something specific that is about their life to show them that this isn't just a blanket message that's being sent to 50 people, right? So really specifically asking, how was your long weekend? I saw you were out camping. How's your little girl's year-end dance thing last weekend? She looked so cute. Whatever, something super personal. And then referring to the verbiage that Lauren Langell uses, shout out to Laura, my sister, asking for a favor. Asking for a favor because you genuinely care about their feedback. If it's not for them, no pressure, but really just approaching it that way. And then it's honestly, then the ball's in their court if they do want to move forward, and if they don't, then that's okay.
And most people are open to doing you a favor. Like if you're like, hey, can I ask you a favor? No one's going to be like, no, you can't ask me a favor. That's so awesome. Yeah. I love this question. Are all your Fast Track VFs new people, or were they team members that you've had for a while?
Yeah. Okay. So to give you an idea of those 5 Fast Track girls, 4 of them were new people, and the 5th was my mom. So it's kind of interesting. So my mom has 3 daughters in this business, and in regards to the structure of how we are aligned in the company, I'm at the bottom of the 3 of us. And mom has always taken the product, obviously, for a long time, even started taking it like from Michelle back many years ago. But it always like, okay, well, maybe I'll do more with the business, but we didn't really seem too overly motivated. And I'm like, well, I have this big goal. Can I help you do it? And she's like, okay. And I'm not, please don't think I'm sounding boastful to say this. I'm not doing this at all. But I want you to know that when you're so laser focused on something, miracles can happen. So we actually were able to flip my mom to VF with my help in regards to us working together in 4 days.
That's unreal.
Yeah. And right, I literally, holy shit. I was sitting with Michelle and Sandy Sunday afternoon before I met for more event in Lacombe. And we 3 days actually, because we closed mom VF at Wednesday afternoon, qualifiers day. Yeah. So when you are so laser focused, you need to know this. When Michelle and Sandy called me out on Sunday afternoon, well, how bad do you want it? I'm like, crap, now they're making me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so crazy. But if you're so focused and you've made the decision, it's crazy how things will come together. Crazy. I'm not even lying to you. The things that were coming together, it was mind blowing to me, honestly. And when you have Sandy and Michelle texting us, we don't want to swear a whole bunch, but holy fuck, this is crazy. This is insane, because it's the universe. And so you have to trust it. When you make that decision, please trust. And there was also one more thing I wanted to say. I was really trying to think about what I wanted to share with you guys on this call tonight. Please don't see me getting Super Builder as something that you can't do. Okay? Instead, see it as being something that you can do, because I did it. Okay? So don't see it as being something that's so far away, so out there that is not tangible. Guys, I have a 16-month-old baby boy. I'm a pre-kindergarten teacher to 52 students. I have 60 A's in my room. We're all busy. We all have a crazy life. Don't see it as be something that you can't do. Let me be your inspiration and your motivation, and I'm here to help you every step of the way.
It really comes down to making that decision as to you're going to do it.
Yeah.
You make that decision. Jordyn's living proof, obviously. You can do it.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
How do you keep your team members motivated when they miss the 30-day fast track or have a really hard time getting their first sale?
Yes, totally. It's one of those things where these girls that were my Super Builder girls, we were quite lucky. But for example, one of my Super Builder girls has a girl underneath her who's trying for VF, and we've reset her time frame about 3 times already. So know that it doesn't come as easy and quick as for everybody that it does all the time, and that is okay. But again, when you're so laser focused and you're not going to give up, it will come. And what it's trying to do is the universe is trying to teach you something, right? So whatever that is, find something that the opportunity is there for. Let it be a teachable moment and keep pushing. Don't give up.
Mm-hmm. So cool. I know the answer to this question, but I'm going to ask it anyway because I know that a lot of people need to hear this. What was that turning point for you that made you decide I'm doing this?
Yeah.
Was it Michelle and Sandy, or did you make that decision before?
Well, it's kind of funny because I kind of always had it in the back of my mind. And then when I heard of Super Builder first coming out, I told my sister, well, actually, okay, I did a training call with Michelle, just a like mentorship call. And she's like, well, we know you're going to go Super Builder, so why don't we just do it by May regionals anyway? Gosh, girl. And I called Lauren right after. I'm like, crap, Michelle just said it had to be by May regionals. Oh my gosh. Like scary feeling. But I think that was the biggest thing in regards to taking it seriously. You know what? We are here as a leadership team to call you out on some hard goals. And if you are willing to put in the work, we are right here to help you create that goal and help you push for it. But the biggest thing is like, we need to hear from somebody that we love and look up to and hear that they're right there for us, right? And whoever that person is for you, if anyone needs that person to be me for you, I will be that person. But when you have somebody that's upper leadership in our community showing us that we have their, like you have their support, that means the world. And that means it's go time. You just got to do it. So, like long term, I don't intend to be a teacher forever. I intend to stay home and raise my babies and work my Juice Plus business full time. And even taking my business, like looking back at when my decision flipped in regards to working this business more seriously, I'd walked into a daycare in the town where I live. Nothing against them. It seemed like a great place, but just wasn't my deal. I just did not feel like it was the right thing for my family. And it hit me like a ton of bricks. Like it literally hit me like a train. And I'm like, I can't have my kid here. I want to be able to choose rather than not, in regards to when I have someone else watch him. And so that was the biggest decision. And so we hear all the time, we need to have a strong why, but something's going to happen for you and it's going to feel like that. It's going to feel heavy on your heart. And as soon as you figure that out, as soon as you find that moment for yourself in your journey, hands down, it'll change. As soon as you decide.
Wow, that's powerful. Very. So I'm sure everyone's dying to know, what's your next goal?
Cuba Canadian Conference. Oh my gosh. And it's so great because I see a couple of girls on the call tonight, like, we're walking the stage as Qs, baby. We're walking the stage as Super Builders together. Like, I just can't wait. I'm so excited to be recognized as a Super Builder. Yes, for sure, at Canadian Conference. But I'm so excited to have all my friends up there, everyone else who's made it there with me. Yeah, like, heck yes. We are so doing it, especially Team Synergy. What?
It's so cool because like these promotions are huge and being recognized is huge, but it would be nothing if you didn't have the people there that you loved and that love you.
Oh, absolutely. And especially sidelines.
Yeah.
Hands down. This is something that I'm so excited to experience with everybody else. So.
Love that.
Mm-hmm.
Was there anything else that you really wanted to share with everybody tonight?
Yeah, I just see Lauren just had a question here. She just
sorry.
Oh, you're good. I just noticed. Okay, so my husband and I have been wanting to go to Texas for a very long time. His cousin / best friend lives just outside of Dallas, Fort Worth. And so as soon as I got Super Builder, we booked the trip to Texas. So we leave May 30th, headed down there for a week. And I also bought tickets to Oprah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, so as soon as I hit Super Builder as well, I saw Oprah's coming to Edmonton, and I'm like, yes. So I am going to see Oprah because Oprah's on my bucket list because she's amazing. And yeah, we're going to go spend some family time in Texas, and I'm so excited to get away. And yeah.
That's amazing. So we talk about like really envisioning and feeling and seeing yourself reaching the goals that you have set. Did you do that for Super Builder, and what did it look like for you?
Yeah, that's a great question. It's so funny because through this Juice Plus journey, I was like so skeptical in regards to any type of visualization, any type of visual or meditation, anything like that. No. I was like, this is so weird. I did the Women in Leadership group with Michelle. If anybody has an opportunity to take her leadership group, please do. Jessica and I were actually buddies in it. And hands, like, it totally plunged me further into that journey. And I can totally say that that was a huge reason why I was able to stay laser focused on this goal of Super Builder. Because what we're doing is just making sure we are taking care of ourselves. And one of those sections that we were making sure we were checking in with every single day was being. And being for me meant doing something for myself that I normally was not doing. So I would do a quick meditate, like a morning meditation. If anybody has not done any tapping, I would highly recommend you look into some tapping. Tapping is life-changing because it's a physical way to release negative thoughts. And so there's a guy on YouTube, his name's Brad Yates, and he is fabulous. You go in and you can search tapping for self-confidence, tapping for like self-esteem, tapping for having a hard day, anything like that. Check him out on YouTube. Go and do it. And mamas, don't worry, there's 5-minute ones. If you have 5 minutes while your baby is screaming in the crib or whatever. Totally, I think it's the biggest thing, because what you're trying to do is you are completely cutting out negative thoughts, right? And for me, that was something that took a long time because I was so consumed and so worried about what other people thought of me. Those negative opinions and negative feelings that I thought people had, who knows if they actually had them, but I thought they did, overrode everything that I personally thought about myself. I was just worried about what other people thought 24/7. And so if you can work every single day to get rid of those thoughts and replace them with positive ones through podcasts, through meditation, through just giving yourself a chance to think on your own, that's what will help get rid of those negative thoughts.
Love that. So you talked a little bit about what the leadership course was about and all that, but what are the four, like the pillars? Can you kind of like, what did you do that really helped you get through this big push and use that course to help you?
Yeah, honestly, like super cheesy to say, but like so easy and simple. It was never overwhelming to me, but so simplistic. And that's what I think is also so great. If you are so overwhelmed and thinking, okay, I want to be Super Builder so bad, but I don't know where to start, I don't have any VFs, really look at it at short-term goals. Looking at breaking it down specifically day by day. Break them down into small things so it doesn't feel overwhelming. And that's exactly what the Women in Leadership group helped me do. So the 4 pillars are body, balance, being, and business. So body, anything with your body. A lot of days, not going to lie, ladies, men, it was taking my capsules every day. That was my body. Maybe playing in gym with the pre-K kids. Like some days I just wasn't getting any physical activity in. But you know what? Body consistently, if your commitment is taking your capsules every day, then that's what it was. Being, like I said, meditation, something for yourself, whether it's a bath, whether it's reading a book, whatever. Balance is something with your family. We a lot of us in the group prefer no phone time, so no screen time, connecting with your kids, bike ride, whatever the case may be. And then business could be anything in your personal line of work, as well as anything in your Juice Plus business. So we could go with a 1-1-1, one customer check-in, one prospect, one business team check-in, whatever that looks like for you, just creating something that is consistent. If you can do it every single day, that's what's going to be the easiest thing. And like I said, it's going to help you with those short-term goals and make everything feel less overwhelming.
It's so important to remember that you can't pour into other people if your tank is empty. So that fact that Jord took care of herself first is the reason that she was able to pour into other people as hard as she did. And so heartfully as she did. I see one more question, and I see we're approaching that half an hour already. I went by so fast.
Oh, good.
But after sending a video, how many times do you follow up with somebody if they haven't checked out the video? Like, at what point do you just move on?
Leave it. Yeah, I do the 3 rule, and I always call it out every time. Hey girl, totally no pressure, totally not meaning to bother you. I'm just following up. I want to make sure I'm being professional with my business. Have you happened to have a chance to check out that video? Oh, you haven't yet? No worries at all. Do you mind if I check in with you on Thursday or whatever that may be? Give them a tangible date. If you set that date for them, then they're going to feel more inclined to be able to do that by your deadline, because the deadline has been there. Not like, hey, let me know when you've checked it out. They won't. Because really, like, we're guilty of that on our end too, right? Mm-hmm. So make it as a tangible goal. Check back in again, check back in again, check back in again. And really, then maybe if it's something that doesn't work out for them that way, maybe offer them a different tool. So offer them the PDF, offer them the Facebook party, offer them an in-home event or something like that that's coming up. Try to get around if they're really not wanting to check out that video. And eventually, you know what? Some people just won't. And even if they say they will, and then they don't, and then they say they will and they don't, some people are just like that, and you can't get around it. Mm-hmm. And I think that also goes into something else too. I did a lot of like reflecting when it come back from December. And I signed up 12 reps from December till now to get me to 60.
Wow.
So you need to know that this is something that's strictly coming down to numbers. But at the same time, you can't do the work for them if they don't want it. Okay, you can help them, but honestly, please don't do all the work and get someone to VF. It's not going to be beneficial for you or for them. If you need to find the people that want it, and it's a funnel. You just got to keep hustling. And like I said, I have 12 reps that signed up since December, and really only 5 of them, well, like one girl, for example, was in it from before, but the rest of them, like, they were new. So you just kind of have to keep going. So don't feel bad about those girls or men or whichever in your organization who think that they're like sounding excited. But if they're not willing to put in the work, please, please, please don't get hung up on them. Okay? Because you're going to waste your energy, and that's not something that's worth it for you or them.
Yeah, it's so hard when you get to, like, you're so excited because you think they're so excited, and then they just like don't, right?
Yeah.
Which leads me into a question for you. Did you find that when you were adding all these team members and, them getting promotions, and obviously your team sees you growing,
yeah,
did you find that team that were really working at that time got excited again?
Yes and no.
No.
It's interesting because I thought more team would have.
Mm-hmm.
It hasn't been the case. But I think what I'm trying to do is, even for because I have so many frontline people, I throw them all into a Facebook, like just a private group message. And I expose everybody to the same information, the same reminders, the same whatever. If they're wanting to do more, then they're going to show me that they want to do more. And if they don't, I'm respectful of that. But I'm going to give everybody the same information, the same opportunity to work their business, and I'm here and ready to help them as soon as they are ready to want to.
I love that.
Yeah.
Taylor has a question here. Did your reps come from you reaching out mostly, or most of them coming from your posts on social media?
Most of them were me directly reaching out. I unfortunately haven't had a ton of luck with people reaching out back to me. And if I have, the reps that have signed up with people that have wanted to do the business, like from my posts from social media, are not actual workers. So it's me building a relationship and me showing them that I can be trusted, that I'm a true friend, and that I just genuinely would love to work with them.
Ugh, I could do this all night.
Right. This has been amazing. I hope I'm helping you. I hope you're getting some good tidbits of information.
So awesome. Well, I have more questions, but I can ask you later because it is 9:30. And if anybody else has any quick questions that we can squeeze in for Jord, she's a busy mama, and everyone took some time out of their long weekend to hop on here tonight. And we're so grateful that you all did, because what amazing information that is here from your living room or wherever you are. My favorite place to do these calls when I'm not hosting is my bathtub. So cool.
On that note too, Jess, please know, everyone, I've had so many people connect with me already, which is so, so great. But please know I am totally here for you. Like, I'm absolutely here for you. And I really want to help you be super builder just like I was. So please reach out. If you need help with verbiage, if you need help with a 3-way message, a 3-way call, please know I am totally here to help everyone on our team. And I want you all to be successful.
What other business does this, you guys? I just love it.
Not teaching.
No. Okay. Well, thank you all so much. I'm going to stop the recording, and then you guys can all show your love for Jord.